couple seasons ago when the Minnesota Vikings pretty much let, Linval Joseph walk, the stud defensive tackle we enjoyed watching for years, I was kind of like, okay, they probably got a contingency plan. Don't panic. Don't panic. That's the worst thing you can do at this point. And I guess they kind of did have a contingency plan. A couple seasons ago, signing signing Michael Pierce, first off, to a 3-year deal that ended up being worth $27 million. And then also with $18 million in guarantees and with more in incentives. And then finally, this last year, the Vikings signed Dalvin Tomlinson. I always want to say Tomlinson, like LT, but no. It's Dalvin Tomlinson to a 2-year, $22 million contract. Now I'm thinking, okay, so they have found a way to maybe fill a void and kind of cut out these, these massive run plays and the absolute catastrophe that was the Minnesota Vikings running attack or running defense last year. That just was, nobody could stop. They couldn't stop anyway. They couldn't. No. So then, obviously, Michael Pierce opted out last year, and then you signed Dalvin Tomlinson this last offseason. So I'm thinking, okay, things are going to be pretty good. And we have to be honest, they haven't. They haven't been good at all. 3 straight weeks of allowing over 100 rushing yards, and I got to be honest, it was rough. I really don't know at this point. When you look at it, I don't know what necessarily has to happen, but Joe Mixon, who ran for $127 back in week 1 of 29 carries, including a touchdown, and then the Cardinals, I don't believe off the top of my head allowing a 100-yard rusher, but all of them kind of coming together, and how the way it played out, it wasn't great. It just wasn't great at all. And then finally, I get it. The Seahawks are a tough team, but just it did not go according to plan in any way in terms of stopping the run. In the first half, then the second half, the Vikings clearly stepped up and made some plays. But at the end of the day, the run defense needs to pick it up, because when you sign 2 guys like that, you expect them to at least make some kind of a stop or at least make some kind of a play and I got to be honest, I felt Dalvin Tomlinson played great in the pass game yesterday, and I felt like Michael Pierce was respectable as well, but they need to pick it up if the Vikings are going to be that new defensive tackle group, that new Williams wall, if you will, and that's something that we enjoyed for so long and took for granted as Vikings fans, in my opinion. But with the Seahawks, had a total of Chris Carson had 12 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown. Freddie Swain also had an 11-yard carry. So overall, I just got to be honest. I just don't think that the Vikings are there yet. And I think it comes down to the fact that the Vikings have a long way to go, allowing over 106 yards. Now, that's not the end of the world. 106 yards is totally not the end of the world. But it's the fact that 3 straight weeks having combined over 100 yards in rushing, it's been really rough. It has been totally really rough just for the Vikings. And it's not like they're giving up 200 yards or a bunch of yards like last year. I understand that. But it's the fact that needing to be able to make a play and not being able to stop those chunk plays. That's what's killing the Vikings, and that from what I'm seeing. And I get it. I do get it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, there needs to be something that carries over. There needs to be a plan, or there needs to be something that needs to just start clicking for everybody moving forward. Because listen, this Vikings team is too talented to be letting this kind of thing happen. It really is. In my mind, I don't expect this to continue for much longer. But the Vikings run defense, whether that's Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson, needs to pick it up. Because if you could stop the run in the NFL and you're able to go and pin your ears back, you're going to sit here and tell me that Danielle Hunter is going to absolutely eat? No. If the Vikings can stop the run and sit back and play pass coverage, I think they can be one of the best teams in the NFL. But it has to start up front. Dalvin Tomlinson, Michael Pierce, Sheldon Richardson, all those boys up front need to start making plays. I would say more consistently, because we have seen them make some plays, but it needs to be more consistent. That 106 in the latest game needs to turn into like 60. In other words, those running lanes need to just disappear. And it doesn't just go, obviously on Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson. We're talking about also guys like Nick Vigil and Eric Kendricks, who he's still one one of the best linebackers in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. But at the end of the day, the Vikings run defense needs to step it up so that way their defense can step it up, because we saw what happened in the second half. They kept the Seahawks off the field. They shut them down, and they went out and won the game. That's what it comes down to. You stop the run, you really make things really a lot harder for that opposing offense. And truthfully, I think the Vikings can do it, but it's what needs to happen. The Vikings run defense needs to step it up. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, subscribe down below, leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Make sure you guys also check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. And if you would, in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media links and everything, so make sure you give us a like and a follow there. And then give us a listen and follow on iTunes as well. We greatly appreciate that. And if you have anything you would like us to cover, you can send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we'd be glad to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Minnesota Vikings run defense needing to step up.